Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. The deadly storm, what they call a bomb cyclone. The tornado ripping the roof off a preschool today. The driver right on the edge of the twister. Tonight, we make our way to drivers trapped on the highway, some for more than 24 hours. This whole system now tracking east, and Rob Marciano timing it out. The Republican rebellion against President Trump. Republicans joining Democrats in voting against the president's emergency declaration to get his border wall. The breaking headline tonight involving the college admissions cheating scandal, what just happened to actress Lori Loughlin, and what's now happened to her daughter as well. Here in New York City tonight, the reputed mob boss shot multiple times and killed right in front of his home. How he was lured outside and what authorities fear could come next. The grounding of Boeing's new 737 MAX jets, the U.S. the last to join the list. And tonight, right here, some of the evidence from both crashes side by side. You'll see it. Our correspondent shows you what alarmed authorities here at home. Tonight, our interview with Beto O'Rourke. He's now running for president, the former Texas congressman on his first trip to Iowa. And we ask, what about his record? What sets him apart? And tonight, President Trump taking aim already, what he said about Beto O'Rourke. And Whoopi Goldberg, her surprise return today after pneumonia in both lungs and then sepsis. Her warning about symptoms that can suddenly turn, in her own words tonight.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night. We have a lot to get to, and we're going to begin tonight with that deadly storm. You've heard meteorologists calling it a bomb cyclone because of how quickly the pressure drops and how severe the weather conditions become. Well, tonight, hear the proof. Several reported tornadoes, this one near Paducah, Kentucky, ripping the roof off a church with a preschool inside. Luckily, no one was hurt. That system also unleashing a crippling blizzard with hurricane-force wind gusts. In fact, the entire Chicago metro area was under a tornado watch for much of the day. Tonight in Denver, 24 hours after those pictures we showed you last night here, some drivers were still trapped today. Our team made it to them. We have the new track tonight as this all now moves east, and ABC's Clayton Sandell leading us off.
Tonight, millions are nervously watching the skies from the Midwest to the South.
It's a legit tornado.
Multiple tornadoes reported already as a massive deadly storm moves east. One twister ripping the roof off this church outside Paducah, Kentucky. 40 preschool kids and staff inside.
We just give God the glory that nobody was hurt.
In Nebraska, high water rescues west of Omaha.
You can see the homes that are in the water, and there are crews out here getting people from those properties.
At least one person in the state is missing. The storm packing powerful winds, gusts above 70 miles per hour, flipping trucks Wednesday in Amarillo, Texas. In Colorado, the National Guard and state troopers still helping rescue drivers after a blizzard trapped hundreds of cars.
We've got to get them moved so the snowplows can come through.
The bomb cyclone has moved on, but we're right in the middle of I-25. This stretch of freeway between Denver and Colorado Springs is still a parking lot.
We found Luis Martinez stuck in his big rig south of Denver since yesterday morning, out of food until a state trooper gave him a sandwich.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Nope, never before.
27 hours after Martinez got stranded, the road was finally clear.
Wow, drivers still digging out today. Clayton Sandell with us live tonight. That's Interstate 25 behind Clayton there, where many were stranded. But we can see, Clayton, the traffic finally moving there tonight.
That's right, Interstate 25 behind me and Interstate 70, both of them are moving tonight, but the new concern in the mountains with all that fresh snow are dangerous avalanches as this entire system now moves east, David.
All right, Clayton Sandell leading us off tonight. Clayton, thank you. And as you heard Clayton say, the whole system now on the move, so let's get right back to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all again tonight for us. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. You know, this thing rapidly intensified yesterday. Today, the weakening phase has been painfully slow. You saw all those severe weather reports. That line now pushing east across the Tennessee Valley. We still have watches up. The flooding continues backside, as do the blizzard warnings. But the wind field has been most impressive with this, and that continues tonight as well. Chicago, Detroit into the 30s and 40s for wind gusts. Buffalo as well. The center of this gets up into Hudson Bay, and that front gets across the East Coast tomorrow with more in the way of rain, maybe some flooding north. A messy day here, but thankfully a quieter weekend weather-wise across much of the country. David?
All right, we just have to get through a messy Friday in between, Rob. Thank you. There is a developing headline from Capitol Hill tonight. The president, in fact, responding late today with a one-word tweet to a key vote. a Republican rebellion of sorts. They joined Democrats voting to end the president's emergency declaration to build that border wall. His one word, veto. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
For President Trump, it's an embarrassing rejection. 12 Republicans joining Democrats to block Trump's emergency declaration to build his border wall.
A national emergency declaration is a tool to be used cautiously and sparingly.
The president had turned up the pressure, tweeting a vote for today's resolution by Republican senators is a vote for Nancy Pelosi, crime, and the open border Democrats. But for those 12 Republicans, this isn't about the wall. It's about the Constitution.
The president can't overrule the decision of Congress.
They say Trump's decision to sidestep Congress sets a dangerous precedent.
Already, Democrat presidential candidates are saying they would declare emergencies to tear down the existing border wall.
Tonight, Trump responding to the vote with one word, veto. What does it say that in order to make progress on his signature campaign pledge, the president may have to use his first ever veto?
It means that he's dead serious about building the wall, and if a Republican or Democrat gets in the way, he's willing to build the wall.
All right, Mary Bruce following all of this on Capitol Hill all day today. And Mary, I know you're watching something else as we're on the air tonight. Another vote, this one in the House. Republicans have joined Democrats there on something else. They have told the Justice Department tonight that they want the Mueller report in whatever its form to be made public.
Yes, and David, this is a largely symbolic, non-binding resolution meant to build public pressure on the Attorney General. It has passed with sweeping bipartisan support in the House, but tonight in the Senate, it has already been killed by one of the president's top allies. David?
Mary Bruce tonight. Mary, thank you. There was also a late-breaking headline of that massive college cheating scandal late today. Major new fallout tonight involving actress Lori Loughlin, remembered from Full House. Tonight, she's now been dropped from her newest project. And her daughter, Olivia, her makeup line no longer for sale by Sephora. The company had been paying her for her social media posts. ABC's Kana Whitworth on this again tonight.
Tonight, career fallout for actress Lori Loughlin, days after rushing back from the set of her Hallmark show to face arrest in that college admissions scandal. The network saying in a statement, "We are no longer working with Lori Loughlin."
You've worked very hard for your success. You should be proud of yourself.
The former Full House star and her fashion designer husband accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to land their daughters at USC, posing them as recruits for the crew team. Her youngest daughter, Olivia, learning of the charges during spring break aboard a yacht owned by the chairman of the USC Board of Trustees. Tonight, she's facing backlash of her own.
Sephora Collection Pro Blending Brush.
The social media influencer, who is often seen promoting products from her dorm room today, losing the support of Sephora, which says they're ending their partnership immediately. And tonight, we're hearing for the first time from a student directly impacted by the scheme. High school senior Jack Buckingham telling The Hollywood Reporter, "I know there are millions of kids out there, both wealthy and less fortunate, who grind their expletive off just to have a shot at the college of their dreams. I am upset that I was unknowingly involved in a large scheme that helps give kids who may not work as hard as others an advantage over those who truly deserve those spots."
When your friends tell you to lie on your resume, you 100% do not do it.
But Jack's mom, a job coach who once appeared on this reality show, Job or No Job, allegedly paid the scheme's mastermind $50,000 to bribe a proctor and fly this man, Mark Riddell, to Houston to ace the ACT test in his place, leaving Jack in the dark. A month before, his mom ironically posting on Instagram, "Don't cheat." As for Riddell, a former tennis player and college prep director at an elite sports academy, he's now apologizing for his role, saying, "I want to communicate to everyone that I am profoundly sorry for the damage I have done and grief I have caused."
All right, so let's get back to Kana Whitworth. She's live at USC tonight. And Kana, we're already hearing of lawsuits being brought by students who believe they were not admitted because those slots were given to students whose families cheated. And tonight we're now seeing real consequences for students currently applying.
Yeah, we sure are, David. USC taking swift action, telling us that so far they have identified 6 students in the current application process as being connected to this scheme, and they will be denied admission. David?
All right, a lot of new chapters in this story. Kana, thank you. Next to the story making news right here in New York City tonight. The reputed mob boss shot multiple times right in front of his own home on Staten Island. Tonight, how police say he might have been lured outside. ABC's Whit Johnson on the scene tonight.
Following the brazen murder of a reputed mob boss, tonight sources tell ABC News police in New York are investigating whether it was a sanctioned hit or the opening salvo in a new mafia war.
Units responding to shots fired approach tactically, utilize cover, and maintain firearm control.
Emergency crews rushing to this Staten Island home after 9 o'clock last night. Police say 53-year-old Francesco Frankie Boy Cali of the infamous Gambino crime family went outside after someone hit his car. After a brief conversation, that person then shooting him at least 6 times in the torso steps from his front door.
Confirm male shot. Get a rush on the bus.
His wife and children inside. One witness telling authorities that he saw an individual run toward the driver's side of a blue pickup truck while keeping one hand near his waistband. Investigators now working to determine if that accident outside Cali's home was staged.
It appears that that was part of, quite possible that was part of a plan.
It's been more than 3 decades since the last killing of a mafia kingpin in New York.
Police in New York are still looking for the men who gunned down Paul Castellano.
1985, Paul Castellano murdered in spectacular fashion outside a Manhattan steakhouse, paving the way for John Gotti, Dapper Don, to take over the Gambino dynasty. Cali eventually taking the reins after Gotti was sent to prison.
How confident are you that this was a targeted assassination or execution of some kind?
Thus far, everything that police have this far says is clearly a hit, an old school, except for the fact they did it in front of his house, which is unusual.
Police say they're now poring over surveillance video from the neighborhood. Sources also telling ABC News they're worried about a possible fresh feud within the Gambino crime family and any retribution that could follow. But still tonight, no suspects and no clear motive. David?
All right, Whit Johnson on the scene all day for us. Whit, thank you. We're going to turn next here to new reporting tonight after the grounding of Boeing's new 737 MAX jets. The U.S. was the last to order them grounded. A line of those planes right there you can see at the airport in Phoenix today. And tonight, the black boxes from the Ethiopian plane are being analyzed in France. And right here, you're about to see some of the evidence side by side tonight. What alarmed authorities right here at home, leading to that decision to ground the jets. ABC's David Curley back on the story tonight.
The data in this mangled flight recorder could solve the mystery, but extracting that data from the boxes, which Ethiopian officials carried into the French Safety Board in Paris, will not start for another day. That left Boeing's 737 MAX aircraft being towed in Tulsa to be parked, the jetliner grounded worldwide, hundreds of flights being canceled. The concern, says the FAA, are similarities between the Ethiopian crash and one less than 5 months ago. Both jets, right after takeoff, moving up and down erratically. In the first crash, Lion Air, an automated safety system to prevent a stall did play a role. This is a graph of the up and down movement of that Lion Air jet, experts zeroing in on a 20-second dip. When compared to the Ethiopian graph, another 20-second dip. That similarity triggering the FAA to ground the fleet.
The graphs are similar between Lion Air and now Ethiopia. Why? We don't know exactly. That needs to be sorted out. And the only way we're going to do that is with data from the flight data recorder.
Experts say the data from those boxes can be read out in a matter of hours, and it should tell us were these accidents related. Is there a possibility that it was pilot error or some kind of mechanical problem that we've not heard about? David?
All right, we all await the news. David Curley tonight, thank you. In the meantime, we turn next to the race for 2020 tonight. Former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke announcing he's in. And tonight, right here, our interview with him and President Trump's response. ABC's Paula Ferris is in Iowa.
He sat down with Oprah, posed for Vanity Fair, but today, for the first time ever, Beto O'Rourke came here to Iowa to talk to voters.
Hey, everybody, what's up?
The former congressman swarmed with cameras. Just hours earlier, he'd announced his presidential campaign, his wife Amy by his side.
This is a defining moment of truth for this country and for every single one of us.
O'Rourke burst onto the national scene last year with his vigorous challenge to Senator Ted Cruz, electrifying massive crowds, sharing his life on Instagram, at times perhaps oversharing.
So I'm here at the dentist.
Still, his supporters are confident his energy can lift him even higher.
Any single Democrat running today, and I may not be able to enumerate every single one of them right now, would be far better